Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to episode 3 of Dark Coffee. This morning I have a very special guest, which, cheers, by the way, happy morning to all of you. I have a very special guest for Dark Coffee this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce the first guest on Dark Coffee ever, the Tactical Pilot.
The Tac Pilot.
Let's Tac Pie. We're gonna call you
Tac Pie.
Yeah. So, Rich, Flying Rich.
So just like Mike Honcho, I'll have to create a Tac Pie.
That's exactly right. Yep. It's kind of like Raspberry Pi. Come out on PLA in Chanamimba. Congratulations for being first.
Hey, look at that.
Ayo. Moose, Flying Rich, One Love Design.
Montana.
KSC. Montana's in there? Hey.
Oh, Mike Honcho's here.
Yep.
He is here.
There too.
Or maybe I caught him out of the corner of my eye and didn't realize it.
Maybe. Big Black Coffee. That's hilarious. KSC, what's up, guys? We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So, the TAC Pilot. Welcome to Dark Coffee. Let the folks know who you are, what you do, where they can find you.
Well, I don't know. Am I in a menage a trois because I'm like your YouTube wife and Crump's YouTube wife? So
this is an interesting dynamic, but there's a reason for it. Is we were going to go live on your channel, but let the people know, what's going on there.
So,
what's up, brother? Shout out to the
Is that Zip? The Zip Man? Arc 2.0?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to assemble. Dude, I feel so lame. And it's every time I think I'm going to catch up with builds, all of a sudden something else happens. There's like another monkey wrench in the works. All right, so January 1st, 11:42 p.m. Yeah, p.m. I got a channel strike for doing a news story on the GG3 0% lower. And it said that I'm showing how to build firearms. And the whole issue is, well, let me just give you the elevator pitch. So when you get a hard strike, you can't post for 7 days. There's no, anything for 7 days as far as YouTube goes. Like you can reply to comments, and that's it.
You can post on your community tab. You can't even post anything. Budzinski, Tech Money, Night Strike, all you guys, what up?
So Dark and I were, just talking about it. I made an appeal at 1:40 or like 12:40 a.m., like an hour after I got the strike. And I thought like, okay, early this morning, I should say, just after midnight, I thought I'd be able to go live, and Dark and I were going to try out the beta of, Live Together. And I woke up and was just like low energy. I didn't want to do a stream, so I just ignored Dark, rolled over, went to sleep, and figured like, hey, and I figured, hey, let's do something this morning. And I'm like, hey, the beta stream together didn't work, and it still says I'm under a channel strike. Now I thought the channel strike was 7 days. First time strike is 7 days as far as I know. And I did get a warning and so a soft strike and a warning. Now I don't know if that means I'm out for 2 weeks, or because realistically it has been 7 days worth of hours that expired at 11:42 p.m. Sunday night.
Yeah, I mean,
so
we're on day 8 right now.
It's day 8. So I don't know if I'm going to be up, midnight tonight to test it out. But I'm wondering if they're counting the soft strike along with the hard strike as 2 weeks. It says if I go to my YouTube account, it shows that I have.
Ooh, Night Strike hit it.
What do you say? 7 business days? No way! No way!
I mean, that.
Do you know that, or you're just saying that?
It's a good guess.
Because that's a damn good guess.
But
That's a damn good guess.
YouTube close on evenings and weekends. Like, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what, they got bankers hours?
YouTube has swapped over to the Aztec calendar. Very interesting. Would
You guys are
say
too smart.
that YouTube uses the banking calendar. That is a very interesting selection there. But we'll leave that one alone. So interesting thing. From what I understand, YouTube, when they give you a like I personally have gotten them before, or gotten one before, the what people call the soft strike, which is the channel strike warning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I took down a video of mine, the one that was me, Johnny B, Dugan, where people discussed the election, and someone had mentioned something along the lines of it, maybe not being FREE and CLEAR. I just want to say, I can't even say it because just me saying it will.
That there was a beauty contest, and you're considering that judges might have been corrupt in the beauty contest.
Yeah, that they cheated in a beauty contest for presidency. But because somebody just conveyed that opinion, they shut down that video. They removed it, and then and that's, guys, a video of Johnny B and Dugan Ashley talking about, like, that's a dope ass video that should exist forever.
Oh,
but they
right.
Like, there should be no specific like punitive action for a soft strike or a channel strike warning. So you shouldn't have more than 7 days. Maybe, okay, Night Strike is saying he knows it. He said, I know it. I mean, maybe he's right. That does make sense, unfortunately.
So I'm looking at my YouTube studio. I clicked on the strike, and it shows I have a misinformation strike because I did a live stream at Mar-a-Lago when Trump got raided. I believe somebody mentioned that, maybe this ish wasn't true.
Yeah.
About the beauty contest.
Mike Concho says, not true. I get strikes all the time.
So Mike Concho saying it's not bankers hours?
I don't know. Definitely lots of bankers at YouTube, but I don't know how they're going to handle.
So the only thing it says is my appeal was rejected and that the strike expires April 2nd.
What?
Meaning the 90 days. So you're on 90 days double secret probation.
Yeah.
And mind you, let me just get this cat out of the bag. So, okay, let's just say somehow they determined. What's Mike saying? But typically, if it lands on a Sunday when it's supposed to be over, they will carry it that Monday. And if it lands on a Monday instead of midnight, it could be 3 a.m. It could take till noon. So, all right. So who knows? Maybe noon, maybe 3 p.m., maybe midnight, whatever. All right. So it might be clear today. I'm just, based on my knowledge, and I think I know a fair amount of YouTube. I should have been clear by now, but who knows? Maybe it is bankers hours on clearing the strikes. As far as, it might be 3 p.m. today, noon today, whatever. 704 Tactical got a second strike.
He's saying gun tubing.
Wow. Well, I mean, I've met 704 Tactical. I don't know. I don't think I got a cell number or anything like that. I could call them up and talk to them. But so yeah, my soft strike where they just removed the video was Mar-a-Lago, and somebody was talking about some fishy-ish about a beauty contest, and that's why it was removed. And then my Ghost Gunner video was nearly a year old. It's it, which is shocking to me. So, a couple of things about what happened is one, when I hit 10K, my several months old video of the Mar-a-Lago got a soft strike and the video pulled, and the appeal was rejected. Boo frickin' who. Then, so that was December 1st. And so, all right, a month later, January 1st, I got a hard strike on a nearly year-old video that did not show how to build a firearm. But they're saying content, but it actually says policy content featuring firearms. And when I got the strike, it said, showing how to build firearms was the particular
Which
thing. So
is ridiculous. Coming from somebody who has watched that video, all it does is show, like, it's a commercial showing the machine can mill stuff. No instructions, no, literally nothing at all. It's the craziest thing in the world.
yeah, it's not showing the depth of cut, the CAD dimensions. There wasn't a QR code for click here and get the CAD dimensions or whatever, or scan with your phone the QR code and get the CAD dimensions on how to do it.
Yeah,
There,
get the Ghost Gunner 3 here or you're there. Nothing.
no, none of that. And it didn't show any ports going into it. It didn't show anybody installing the critical components to make a piece of aluminum into something that fires pews.
MC said, I know what triggers YouTube. Video overdubs with dark. You know what I find highly annoying?
Oh,
His comment, any thoughts on the best 22 LR ammo for 100, I think he's saying 100 yards.
100-yard accuracy, probably.
Accuracy and availability. My I stand behind CCI standard pressure. Those are excellent, but to reach out at 100 and not have as much point of impact, point of aim, especially if you're running a can, you're going to want to go with some type of high velocity. But the quality of the ammo is like Come Out and PLA mentioned, is very, very important. High velocity is everything, because otherwise, when you push in like 1050, 1080 FPS, you're going to get some point of impact, point of aim shift for sure, especially if you're running a can. For being king of the wars. I love the guy. Bought a lot of cheap but serviceable stuff off his reviews. Yeah, good. See, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, the pores. Like, just because every review that you do, and like, I don't do reviews typically, but there are some things that I've gotten and, kept you guys abreast on, certain things. But I don't know. Is that something that you guys want to see? I'm going to SHOT Show in a week. Let me know if you want me to pick up some shit for reviews. Strike Industries is going to be sending me some stuff this month. Hey, Strike Industries, y'all. Woo! Sorry.
Strike? Oh, I got to reach out to them too.
Yeah, do it.
I said I'm 3 times the baller of, Dark, because I have 10K subs and, Dark doesn't.
Well, now they're probably going to ask for analytics because of what I showed them,
Yeah, and I showed them my analytics.
Yeah.
Dude, I totally coattailed this shit. Totally.
Full week. I'm doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then I'll probably stay out there with another company Saturday. But yeah, Wednesday.
So Thursday. I still haven't booked my flights and stuff. I got a couple of. I'm definitely going. Let's just put it that way. Unless something catastrophically goes wrong, I'm definitely going. Night Strike says, "Dark, get me some swag, dude. I'll bring. I still have swag from last year.
Yeah,
I'm late. So where was I going? Anyhow, yeah, I got to book my flight and crap. I got a buddy out in Vegas, so I might go out a day early or something like that. I might go out Sunday night and hang out with him Monday. But I just saw 3D Arms is going to be out in Vegas.
Nice. Yeah, there's a handful of 2E 3D guys that are going out there.
Yeah, yeah.
The entire Freedom Co. dev team.
Louis Rossman. I don't know Louis Rossman, but he did make me a moderator on one of his channels.
That's exciting. Is that kind of like how Bacon makes everyone a moderator on his channel?
No, so Louis Rossman, I'll tell you what I love about Louis Rossman. First off, I'm a refugee from New York, and now Louis is a refugee from New York also. And he had a storefront in New York City where he repaired Macs. And he's for right to repair and all that bit. Like, hey man, you own the product, you should be able to repair it. And Apple is doing, and not just Apple, a lot of the manufacturers. You know, back in the day where I don't have them handy, they're on the other side of my desk, but where you could pull the back off a cell phone, pull the battery out. You know, things were more accessible, you'd be able to repair them. There's we could really go down that rabbit hole. But one, I liked his New York attitude. Two, he wasn't a guy that ripped people off. If it was something like, if he could pop the back of your MacBook Pro off and see that like the display pin was bent, like pull the cable off the display pin, he'd bend it back, put the cable, and wouldn't charge you. Wouldn't even charge you like a $20 or $40, hey, this took up 10 minutes of my time and it's valuable.
Like
he'd be like, he'd say, hey, this will run. I don't know how long it'll run for. You probably should replace the connector. And when it breaks, bring it back. I'll replace the connector, and it's going to cost, you know, 50, 100, whatever. He's like, I can't guarantee how long this will run. It's probably going to break in the future. But, and he, what happened to him is basically during COVID, I think his landlord jacked up his rates, and he found another place, and it was a whole cascade of fail. And he eventually moved to Texas. So he's kind of did not quite a makerspace type thing, but in Texas, he's got a place where you can bring your stuff in. Like, they have a time period where you can bring your broken thing in, and you can repair it with their tools. I don't know if there's a nominal charge or it's free, but anyhow.
Sorry, my alarm went off.
Yeah, I just got an alarm here too.
So Mike Honcho is saying that essentially they found that on an average day, 0.5% of panelists performed a gun-related internet search, while 7% of people in the panel, or roughly 3.5% of all American adults, consume some content relevant to firearms while watching YouTube. Call it 10% for the real world. Gun tubers aren't going anywhere. Interesting. I was unaware of that.
So let's unpack that a little bit. So what he's saying is, so it's American. So I think average day panelists, I think when he says panelists, he means people consuming YouTube. And so across the globe, it's 0.5%.
Yeah, I think what he was saying is that 10% of American adults, but 0.5% across the world. They don't want to down. They're just putting the squeeze on us, trying to control. Yeah. So I was told by a couple people that 2023 was going to be like the year of the gun tuber, and that basically YouTube came to a realization that they couldn't continue canceling us, and that they were going to lose money if all these people continue to go off of platform, which they are. YouTube's job is to keep as many people as possible engaged on the platform for as long as possible. And when they're losing people to go to Odyssey, to go to all these other places, they're kicking off people that, let's say they're making a few $1,000 a month off of each gun tuber that they kick off, and then maybe some of the big guys that they're canceling, they're losing way more money than that. Like 5-6 digits per month. I mean, who knows? I don't know, but I have not seen that at all. As a matter of fact, I've seen a shift to more cancellation of those that are, like us.
Yeah.
More people that are
Yeah.
freedom and firearm minded that are, getting censored, which is
So let's say it this way: from our unscientific knowledge, because we don't have a statistical sampling across gun tubers to know precisely what's going on. In the chatter, we've heard a lot of people have been getting their junk smacked in the door.
junk smacked in the door. Yeah, that's
So it's unscientific. I don't want to, be like Mr. YouTube. I'm not Nick Zidman or whatever. I don't know shit.
Can I just say, look at how glorious this is right here? Like,
mine's in my bedroom. I'd have to go snap, 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 snap with my Kershaw.
dude, this new blade from Tack Knives is crazy high quality.
And can I tell everybody here that's about to say, "Oh gosh, Dark, not the commercial shill shit"? This is what Dark does when we're chatting.
Yeah, even when we're on the phone.
Like, seriously,
this TK Pro line is some next level shit. For real. Like,
seriously.
I literally unboxed with him. I took the first glance at everything with him on the phone.
Dude.
And I was like, bro, so cool. This TK Pro line. Oh my God, you need to feel the action. Oh man, when it fires, it's so nice. But for real, the higher. So a lot of people have reached out to me and they've been like, dude, I wish I knew that you had a Tack Knives discount code before. If you save 20%. But I'm telling people, don't go buy a $300, $400, $500 Microtech unless you want to. Like, I want a Microtech Stitch, the serrated one. That shit is almost $500, and it's incredible. But of course, I would never buy one. That's crazy.
Invader Zip says, "Feel that action, Dork."
I see. Feel that action.
Dude, I'm going to F with you, and I'm going to buy that $1,000 item on your store.
Oh, it's $1 million.
It's $1 million?
It's $1 million.
All right, yeah. I don't have a credit card that high.
I mean,
I'm going to ask Crump to buy it for me.
Are you going to do it and then do a chargeback?
The chargeback would be $400,000. It would cost you.
God, dude, shit! I need to take that down. The alone would be crazy, bro. I like if a purchase came through for that, I would immediately shut down my store, my accounts, my everything would be just shut down. Oh man, yeah, that's yeah. No one buy that, please. It is. These are adult fidget spinners. Like, I sit there, I'll be on business calls on mute and just be like walking around, like, and I think this is the Night Hawk. I think there's a gun named after it, or it's named after. There's a firearm like in 1911 with the same name, which I think Night Hawk is a 1911. And it's the V2.0. This may not even be on the store yet, but like the other shit that I got, like the single knuckle duster, the titanium one, that shit is dope. The little baby OTF that I got. I'll tell you what, I'll do a short today, and I'll do a short showcasing a whole bunch of the OTF knives, because these things are sick. This one is Toy Town Inc. Coffee time. Guess I'll go make one. Dark roast? Yes, it's dark coffee.
Yeah. We had an espresso failure this morning, so I had to drink the good old Folgers decaf, like always.
Do you see this here? A rich blend dark roast.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Tempted to get the Microtech brachial. It's available at the shop 3 miles from where I live, a little over 400. Bro, I found the Stitch for 40.
SCT manufacturing.
SCT?
Yeah, they said they're going to be at SHOT.
DLD after dark, ever had jock itch. I mean, aside from just doing the typical, so there's people get confused, right? Like I remember having a conversation with a female about scratching your balls, and you know she was like, just scratch them, and I was like, just scratch them. You don't understand. Like, could you imagine like scratching like a Ziploc bag full of water? Like you don't do you got to do like specific things like the pinch and roll. You know?
Yeah, you gotta. It's kind of like you got a hot dog and meatballs down there, and you got to get around a little. You know?
Yeah, you got the pinch and roll.
Or probably the worst is you ever sit down wrong and pinch a grape. It's like, oh. It's like, what do you do? Sit on a tack?
But never to that degree.
Oh.
John Crump Live said, "What the fuck?" Right. Tell me that y'all don't know about the pinch and roll. Tell me you don't know.
Crump. You got to go to DLD Hardware right now. Go to DLD Hardware and buy that $1 million item.
No, please don't.
And then do a chargeback. Because I don't have a credit card that high.
Dude, it'll literally charge me like $400, like no, $15,000. I need to remove that. I wasn't even thinking about that. Who the fuck would pay $1 million just to charge my ass 15,000? Oh fuck. No, it'd be $150,000. Forgot a zero. Yeah. $150,000. Holy shit. I'm telling you, bro, like I will immediately remove that money from my account and disappear, change my name, chew my fingerprints off. Like I will never be found again. Just saying. How do I do that?
So a couple of dumb things financially. I've had some really, I've been in the hole financially, and I'm finally, like, after 8 years out of the hole. There's still 1 or 2 things I haven't paid off, but I got the money to do it, so it's cool. But the weird thing is the Hughes Compound Northern Command, I paid off. My credit dropped 18 points. My credit score. I figured if I had a debt, like a mortgage paid off, and I'm no longer owing $150K, that my credit score would go up. It went down 18 points because of a closed credit account. So I was like, what? So somebody else is typing. I do actually work. And so that was the weird thing is I'm like, yeah, when when it rolls into my credit report, because this was November, I was like, oh, okay, I can't wait to see what happens to my credit when I pay off the house in New York. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, Dark.
It actually impacts you negatively.
I lost, so 150K is paid off, and they closed my mortgage account, which of course is what happens when you pay it off. And I went down 18 points.
Yep. That's what they do. It's all a game, Rich. Same thing. Like, I thought me paying off a credit card would do some fantastic thing to my credit report. And it was like, your utilized credit, went down. And then the credit card will actually start decreasing your limit. And then it fucks even more. It's like there's no.
All right. So 2 years ago.
Guys, I already removed it. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. Sorry, go ahead.
2 years ago, a couple of things hit. I was spending some money on the house in New York. My auto insurance, which was $1,000 a month. I have no idea why. It's like I got friends with Audi R8s and their insurance isn't $1,000 a month. and they have more cars than I do. And, just a couple of bad things happen on the insurance. So I had like $6,000 hit my credit card. I had like another 3-ish grand hit for stuff I was doing on the house in New York. All of a sudden, I had a credit card because of that was like at $15K, go down to $500 limit. Like,
Yep.
ruh-roh. And because of my ratio of credit I had available to credit in use skyrocketed, my credit score plummeted. And so I say this to tell you people, my plan was to do whatever I had to do on the house in New York and then come back down to Florida, get a home equity line of credit on this house to pay the debt for the new charges on the house in New York. Do that crap beforehand.
Yeah.
Because, while your credit is still good, you can do these things. But when that stuff ticks onto your credit card bill, lights out.
Bro,
So
the other thing is you could just pay your card off slowly and not pay like four times a week like you were. But that's another conversation. You know what I came across just the other day? I stopped by the gun shop I used to work for, and they had an unused but out of the packet SIG 365 mag, the 10 round mag with the matching floor plate for $25
with the pinky plate, what?
Yeah.
Did you buy it?
I almost grabbed it for you, but I couldn't confirm that it was for the 365, but it said SIG on it. I was like, I imagine it's a 365. I don't know what else that would have fit. So I almost grabbed it. Diego Montoya, you killed my father. Prepare to die. Good morning.
Dude, is that a place you normally go to?
Every now and then. I could I make change.
Dude, snatch that up, bring it to Vegas.
Joe Morris, what's up, brother? All right, I'll give him a call, see if it's still there. I mean, there's some things that I got to get. Number one,
that's like a $50-something mag. That's like
45 plus tax and all that. It's it's basically $50. I was about to pick up a because extended mags for the Beretta aren't very common, and I love the 17+1 for the M9A3, but the M9A4 is actually 18+1, but you don't find a lot of the A4 magazines for sale by themselves. I found one, but it's like $45 plus shipping and tax and credit card fee and all that. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying, $58 per magazine. But I found a factory Beretta 92 mag that's a 30 rounder, and those are only like $36. So I may grab one of those because, everyone needs, even though my mag, okay, this may seem weird, but like my mag collection is like stupid. More magazines than I would ever need in my lifetime. Which first is important. What was that, breakfast?
Yeah.
Are those the Glock mags that you got?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. All right, so pull one out of the box. And is that, hold on. So hold it right there. All right, now turn. Okay, so it's at the bottom, right? Yeah.
What?
Okay, all right. I was just
no, it says clock. KLO. No.
Oh, clock. Those clock 17 mags. Look, a lot of people try to save money on magazines, and I'm telling you, it's not worth it.
Except if it's an MP5. If it's an MP5, then go with the cheapest, the ETS clear mags, because they. Oh. No, don't do that either.
Dude, I've been dropping $79, $99, $99, $99 for my HK magazine. It stings. I'm not gonna lie, it stings. Put another one down. I didn't realize John Crumb said. You talking to me?
What? About clock mag? I mean, MP5 mags? Is he saying MP5 mags hit him up? Or is he saying give him a link to come on the show?
I don't know. Probably. Oh, and maybe I emailed Josiah. Maybe that.
Oh,
MKE MP5 function, $40 a pop. Where are you finding MKE mags for $40, bro?
Goonbeam,
Give me
dude.
a link. Give me a link.
PM me.
Dude, I will all day. I will pay. So MKE mags, if you hold it right next to an actual German HK magazine. Oh, he says send him the link. Could you send it to him?
Oh, Crumpy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just doing that.
So, Fish, what up? So, okay, if you hold an MKE mag literally right next to a German-made HK mag, there are very, very little differences because MKE is using HK tooling. Maybe at this point, slightly outdated HK tooling, but I mean, hey, like it's fine. The MKE builds are some of the best. I'd say top 5 MP5 builds.
Do you know how much I want to reach over and grab something that
I know.
and show?
I know. It's crazy. Howard J, what up? Goonbeam, I sent a guy over to you today. I sent him my link, but he may just. I sent you the screenshot too. Just look at your Instagram messages. And yeah, for the people asking, because I can see all of you constantly sending messages asking this. I'm just kidding. This is the EDC Spike, and this is just a really terrible thing. Like if I ever had to use this, I would feel really bad because the stab is like it's not sharp, so it's just gonna really hurt so bad.
Hold on. I got one of those. Hold on. I'll be right back.
What, a butter knife? So this is a solid D2 tool steel, and here I'll put on solo layout. So it's triple M, and it's solid D2 steel. So basically, if you have it in your waistband, pull it out. You can just flip that bad boy around, and right. But if you look at it, the way that it's machined, those angles here. Let me bring the light a little bit closer. Those angles right there. Woo, man, that thing is pretty nasty. Solid D2 steel, and on the ring you got some whatchamacallit, jimping for your grip, right? But you can also use it as an impact, point if you need to, right? Or jimping for a little bit of a grip. But it's not a blade, it's not sharp, but trust that with how pokey that bad boy is, it's going in. It's going in, just like Lil Wayne. It's just gonna hurt. It's not gonna feel good.
Mine's bigger than yours.
And it's black. What the hell is that?
You don't know what that is?
Oh, that's a Mosin bayonet.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Mosin Nagant bayonet. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I had to run to my hallway, my foyer, to get the Mosin Nagant bayonet.
Because you
K-bar.
Oh, bro, one of my favorite machetes is my K-bar.
Speaking of K-bars and news, that Ohio was it? It was Iowa, Idaho, the Idaho multi-murder. The guy used a K-bar.
What are you talking about?
Those college students that got murdered.
Oh, Moscow, Idaho.
Yeah, Moscow. Yeah. The perp used a K-bar.
So what? It was like a mass stabbing.
Yeah, well, they were sleeping, and they went. You just went in the room.
Now, what was this guy's the perp's relationship to the people? Because that's what I haven't heard yet.
Too many choices. I may be able to help you. Here, let me get my. Maybe too far in here. Hold up.
Hi, Rich.
Hey, Crumpy.
How you doing?
Good, good. So you
I'm gonna
gonna get
install
me
this
like?
today. I have food poisoning, so
Ooh.
I'm not going anywhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, my K-bar machete is just too far in there to.
Wait. You have food poisoning? Where'd you eat?
Trevinia's in Leesburg. They used to be good, but now they kind of suck.
Well, it sounds
Dude,
like.
we since my daughter's been home and all that bit, she's back at college. We ate out a lot, a crazy amount, much more than usual. And there's so much good food, and it's stupid expensive. Even the cheap food's expensive.
Oh man! So Atlantic Firearms had a 6-pack of MKE mag. So $240, right? 6 times 4, yeah. So $240. They're gone. That sucks.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna buy that 12-pack of
Okay.
plastic MP5 mags and print my own followers.
I wouldn't do it, man.
No.
I would. My recommendation would just be stick with the metal mags. You know, the metal mags are where it's at, man.
Definitely, I agree with you because metal makes more sense if it was designed for a metal mag. And the only conflict I talked to you about is ARs. It's like ARs were designed for metal mags, but work fine with quality plastic or polymer, if you want to say it, polymer mags.
Yeah.
Okay, well, dude. CRS is texting me. What's going on with he wants me to stream to his channel and your channel.
What are we talking? Maybe go on mute and give him a call. I'm not sure. He didn't mention that to me.
Hold on.
I got no texts. So actually AKs and ARs seem to work fine, metal or polymer, either way.
Too. Yeah.
And of course the advantage, like you always think about a Glock mag and the wall thickness in the Glock 43, that instead of 6 rounds you can get 10 rounds with a metal mag.
Yeah, 9 plus 1 versus 6 plus
9
1.
plus 1.
Yeah, I don't think you can get this hoodie anymore. It was like a limited time thing. Somebody was asking about the hoodie. The GOA.
Is that a GOA hoodie?
Yeah, on the back it says the back looks pretty cool too. In the back.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. It was a limited time fundraiser type thing.
Funny.
GOA did.
I got this hoodie when I was like 18 or 19 years old, when my first firearm that I got from a gun store was a Wasser 1063. Just saying. I had to rep it. Urban Holsters, any good? Honestly, there are so many Kydex companies that like it's tough to say.
Are they talking about Urban Carry holsters?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Like Urban Carry holsters, they're the interesting holsters that they're. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're the
switch from OWB to IWB to.
No. I have one. It's they're all leather holsters, but they have one that it's very interesting. It's like a
PWDC2?
No. Hold on, let me see.
Is John a militia violent extremist?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would be considered one too.
MV, perp, all that, yeah.
I mean, it's honestly a funny thing because I keep hearing like all these news reports of a man.
Yeah, Urban Carry. This is basically.
Sorry.
Hold on. I'll show you the video of it. But I got a story about Urban Carry holsters.
He's saying it looked like a leather and plastic deal. I will say that I had a Bianchi holster that was it was a like locking holster that was leather, but it had like a Kydex insert in it, so it would stay open, right? It was an OWB holster, but it was very high riding. So there was a little tab that you flipped with your middle finger when you drew. It was very, very natural. And when you go to reholster, it just click, just like a Black Hawk Serpa, only it didn't suck and it didn't, put the shooter at risk of either ending up with one, a bullet in their ass, or two, the gun being locked inside of the holster permanently until you Dremel it out.
Now, let me show you one of these, and I'll tell you a story about it.
And I have Serpa holsters too, y'all. I've got several, but for like gear, gear, I got Safariland. That's
so in general, I'll tell you what I would do if I didn't have a recommendation on a holster, brand, is I like Eclipse Holsters model, but hey, if you don't like it, send it back. They got a money back guarantee. Because I'm sure any gun guy can tell you this. They got a drawer full of holsters.
Yeah.
Jan Ford does the same thing.
Yeah. So a good company, because why should you risk it? I was pissed. I had a company for a certain situation. I just wanted a trigger guard on my LC9. They sent me the wrong one. I had to pay to ship it back, which cost more than the original purchase. And the company's like, yeah, so. I was like, what?
Yeah, some bullshit.
And I actually would tell you who the company was, but I don't remember. They're just such schmucks about it. I typically don't badmouth companies, unless.
You know who needs to be badmouthed?
You too?
Detonics.
Who?
Detonics.
I don't know who they are.
Detonics has got to be the worst company in the world because I can't access all the cool stuff that I want from them. Hey, Kurt. No, look, Detonics was an outstanding company. Detonics came out with probably some of the most notable shit back in the day. Like who was it? The Pocket 9.
Hey, Dark, I need you to do me a favor.
Sure.
Can't really explain it right now, but under StreamYard, right? You can add people. You have like three people you can, 2 people you can add, right?
Okay.
Add me on, and I will get you a bunch of. You go to members, then you just add members. Add me. Just do it.
Like right now?
Yeah.
Okay. And do I add you under John Crump Live? What do I do?
No, just my email address.
Okay. Which email?
I'll text it to you.
Okay. Hold, please. I'm doing this all from my phone this morning. Krabby Turtle.
Got more Better Prince.
Welcome.
Krabby Turtle, that's a cool name.
Kurt, more Beta Prince.
Kurt 24.
JLM, all you guys. Love y'all. Too many choices. What up? All right, hang on 1 second. No, the Glock switch does not go there. Sorry. Hang on.
John, do you know what this is? Do you know what it is? Crumpy. Crump. Is Crump frozen?
No. I just screwing with you.
Do you know what this is?
That's a Mosin Nagant bayonet.
Dang.
How can you think I'm an idiot?
Well,
Everybody knows the design of so when you stab somebody, when you do the stabby, because the way it's designed, the wound has a really hard time of closing up. Which I'm not even sure if that's Gun Doctor
Hey, am I?
TV.
Gun
Hey,
Doctor!
Gun Doctor, what's up, brother? Eric, what's up, man?
Well,
Eric,
all I
good
want to
to
know
see
is, did Daniel get anything cool from Mrs. Gun Doctor for Christmas?
Okay, hang on. Before that, am I doing this as an admin?
Yeah. Just do it as an admin. You can remove me later.
All right,
Trust me.
don't be doing no crazy shit.
No. This is something I'm trying to do.
All right. Not now, Mom. I'm with the guys. Sorry. Hold on.
Well, you can do this later. I thought he
Meatloaf
was coming on.
now. Meatloaf.
CRS, I'll tell you, CRS wants to do a simulcast with you.
Oh, nice.
So I was going to set up his, since I have access, I'm an admin on CRS's channel.
Yeah.
I can add, I can just go ahead and add that in and get it all set up for him. So instead of him trying to figure it out.
Cool. All right. Hang on.
You don't have to do it now. You can do it later. I thought he was coming on now, but apparently he wants to do it in a day or two with you.
So Gun Doctor did get something cool for Christmas.
A Star Wars thing. Gun Doctor, man, if you don't tell me what your Star Wars channel is, I'm going to kick you in the balls next time I see you. Daniel's a cool guy, man.
Yeah, I like Daniel. I like Daniel and his wife both. You know
Daniel.
what? The team. So Ron Wayne and his wife are both cool. Daniel and his wife are cool.
Pinch and roll in the pot.
Yeah, Daniel is my coworker, along with Eric from IV8888.
Oh, right.
He's my coworker, and Tim from Military Arms Channel is my coworker.
In one of the 19 jobs you have.
Yeah, for GOA. Daniel works for GOA as well.
Dark with DLD After Dark is one of your coworkers.
We can maybe arrange something like that.
Well, just in case.
I am actually a coworker with him.
Hey, I filled out a 1099 for John.
You're a worker.
I'm a worker bee. All right. Well, I'm just saying. Franklin Armory is listening. I work for Trump. Okay. Just kidding. They're not listening. Who am I kidding?
Okay. So I didn't want to throw anything under the bus, but yeah, Mrs. Gun Doctor reached out to me for a consult on a cool item that Gun Doctor got.
John Kimball, I don't let the market decide whether I wear a yarmulke or not. I have no idea what the hell that's supposed to mean, but okay.
Do you have a yarmulke?
I do not have a yarmulke.
I don't have a yarmulke. I've never had a yarmulke.
No. I got a number of yarmulkes.
But how do you
like
when you put them onto yourself? You don't have hair.
Well, that's you kind of
uses glue.
No. So I would get, like, when they had the cool leather or suede yarmulkes at a bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah I was at, I would grab one of those. So this way, when I went to like a lower end bar mitzvah where they had the fabric ones and I was wearing the cool suede or leather one.
I didn't know that there was like a yarmulke game. Like
oh, hell yeah.
Keep my fire. Yeah. Yarmulke game. It's a reference to Israel, Tim, for Military Arms Channel being a schlemlock.
Okay.
What?
I was unaware. I know a number of people don't like him due to some of the fuckery with certain firearms. I know that to be true.
You talking about the the Dragunov stuff?
Yeah, the SVDs. Yeah,
SVDs. Yeah, that's what it was. I can't remember which version it was.
In any other situation, the person with the money, it's you cannot get mad at somebody if they came in, and stood in your way. That's like the worlds that I've been in, like with work and shit like that. That's just how shit works.
Well, all right. So let's just talk about me, you, and Crump. Let's just say Dark called a conference call and we're all talking, which never happens. We're never all three on the phone daily at all, ever. But in case that did happen, and Dark said, "Hey man, I'm gonna score I know a place I can score like 100 crates of this cool firearm. There's no way Crump
know.
or I would go in and steal it out from under him.
Well, no.
I
Now
would. What are you talking about?
so let's flip it a little bit.
Just joking.
So let's say that we're like, hey, we can, score these 100 crates of whatever gun or whatever, and then somebody that doesn't know us, has no connection to us, finds out that those crates are being imported, and then they, bypass us. They call the manufacturer, distributor, or whoever, and they're like, hey, they're paying 100K for it. I'll give you 120 if you forget those names and you send it to me. Okay.
If he wasn't in our confidence, I'd be like, yeah, okay, shit happens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like,
But if he learned it from us, like, let's just say Shooting Gallery New England, and maybe I shouldn't even say that because he's too close of a friend, but let's say another guy that we talked to, let's say Babyface P, found out and stole it out from us, that wouldn't be cool. If he found out from us.
I mean, yeah, if there's any type of relationship where there's trust, yeah.
Yeah.
But how about if there's no relationship?
Yeah. So,
And if they random found out, yeah, fair game.
so he's saying, I don't agree. He took a large list of buyers from a forum to use that interest to steal the opportunity that was already in the works by probably buying.
Yeah,
No,
I don't want to say I know Tim. I certainly don't know Tim as well as John. I've talked to him twice, probably, and he's been a real nice guy. Now, can an axe murderer be a nice guy if you talk to him just twice? Yeah, sure.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. Based on what I've heard, I think it was, like he said, it's not a move of the utmost integrity, right? I'll give that. Y'all know that I'm all about being kind, compassionate, and all that shit. But like, I also come from a couple different industries where, like, that's what happens. People with tact and money will step in front of you and steal your deal when you're sleeping. It was a buyer's list of people who had the money, but he used his money to purchase, though, right? Like, I'm not saying it was good or bad. Like, look, I'm just saying that, like,
all right. So
I don't understand. People are so surprised.
And again, look, I know Mike Honcho. I've been to his house. He cooked me dinner. That kind of thing. So I know CRS Firearms better than Tim, and certainly John knows Tim better than all of us. I think overall he's a good guy, and maybe he did make one F up. I don't know. And if you're gonna hate him forever for that one F up, fine. That's your business.
You know who I will hate forever? Taurus. Never buy another Taurus again.
I'll tell you what.
I got an update to that story. The signer in Brazil that signed the letter that Taurus was named in is the actual CEO of Taurus.
And so there's this old phrase that says the Pope isn't Catholic, and does everybody understand what that means? That the Pope is not Catholic?
No, not really. I've heard that. I've never heard it used.
So the phraseology is in that, once you're the president of the organization, it's just shtick. You don't believe it. You don't care. You're just like, it's like a pyramid scheme. You just got to get more people in to boost you up. And same thing, like a lot of gun companies, the CEOs, they are not gun people. They are not pro 2A. They are not, in whether they think whether they honestly give lip service to gun control, or it's just lip service because they think somehow, the angel of death of guns will pass them by if they give lip service to gun control. They're delusional and they're not your friend. So yeah, I don't care either way. If you start
breaking news. Hold on.
Breaking news! Breaking news!
All right, you guys. Okay, I gotta go do a video. So I'll see you guys later.
That's it.
You can't do that.
No, but
You
you can
can't
watch
do
the
that.
breaking news when I release my video.
Can you give a hint?
No. Bye.
What a dirtbag.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm not going to
New
give my middle
Jersey,
finger.
I'll tell you right now, the New Jersey law, their anti-brewing law, the judge issued a TRO blocking it.
Which means that that law is now suspended for a temporary period of time.
Correct.
Okay.
So what was the law?
Basically, it's a carbon copy of the CCIA.
So the Concealed Carry Improvement Act
in New York.
So the Concealed Carry Infringement Act, they were trying to pass that an equivalent.
They did pass it in New Jersey.
They did pass it?
Mm-hmm.
And then
we got TRO today.
Okay, so it's basically put on hold.
Put on hold, yeah. All these laws are going to go down.
Good. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going to go shoot my video.
All right, brother. Enjoy. Good
I'll
luck.
be back.
You're going to do great, man. I believe in you.
They're still on.
Yeah, someday when I get a channel back.
Believe in yourself.
I thought you got it back at 1 a.m. last night.
No, I'm still in jail.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Still in YouTube jail. Angry Sarge.
Yeah.
What up?
Oh, hold on. So you got suspended because I thought it went down to the hour, but if it was 1 a.m.
No, it was 11:42, and I put my appeal in at like 1 a.m.
All right, well then you should be back. Maybe you'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully later tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you guys in a minute.
All right, man. Peace. He flicked you off, Rich.
Did he?
Can you believe that?
I'm just looking if I can go on my YouTube studio.
Mark Tucker.
Frick, boss lady's calling. Hold on.
Go ahead. JLM, what up? Do cash on delivery services exist? Not really anymore. Back in the 80s, COD was better than express delivery as a buyer. Yeah, but the reality is like almost all delivery drivers are like contracted through separate companies. No one's gonna, make them, collect payment on delivery. And most mofos aren't answering their door anyway. Mark Tucker, what up? Angry Sarge, good to see you, brother. Ron Wayne, good morning. Wow, I was about to say evening. I'm so used to streaming in the night that I was about to say good evening at 11 or whatever it is. Okay, hold on, let me see. I missed some other shit in here. Checking out your stream with Jason after this live. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out too. So Angry Sarge did a show with the Rogue Banshee, and that was just dropped this morning. So check it out if you guys do not subscribe to the Rogue Banshee. Make sure you look it up because him and Angry Sarge are on there together. Boom Thumb McBangy Hand, what's up, brother? On the 43X, I run the 43X is just iron sights. And the 21 round mag. That's literally what's in my waistband right now. But on the 48, I'm running the shitty little Romeo Zero. What I did is on the 48 MOS, which is basically the same. It's an extended version of the 43X. I'm running a Romeo Zero, but there's the steel cage you can put around it. That won't fit directly on the slide because there's posts like for the plates. So what I did is I literally put it on my workbench and I took drill bits and I drilled through on it 4 holes so it would sit flush on the slide. So that way I can actually have a steel cage of protection around the optic, because the Sig Zero or the Sig Romeo Zero is probably the shittiest pistol optic that exists. It is literally a polymer optic with like a polymer lens. It's terrible. But SIG has one benefit to their optics, the fact that they use HoloSun emitters. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's, it works for now. Vanessa Kitty, how's it going? Jim, intestinal pain can be ulcers and inflammation, among other things. Yeah, dude, sorry, I saw that earlier. That's one of the things I wanted to address. If you got intestinal pain, but no other symptoms, pain is a very severe symptom. Like, you need to get looked at. My cousin had to get, like, I don't know, over a foot of his intestines removed as in his late teenage years. So, another thing before we cut it here, it's really same emitter, gang, right? It's just as good, gang. Guys, it's really important to me that I go through as much of these jigs as possible. I'm sitting on probably over 700 jigs, probably close to 1,000 jigs, literally just sitting at my house. And with the new rule on frames and frame blanks that came through, it's going to impact my business in a big way. It already has. So if anybody out there needs a jig, please go to dldhardware.com, because I'm keeping the prices, at $25, which is $10 below.
Can you do that?
I am. Oh, no way.
Yo,
CRS Firearms in the flesh. What's up, brother?
I was just
Can you
editing a
give us
video.
a list of shit you can't talk about?
Yeah, pretty much anything. But I was editing a video, just listening to your guys' shit, and I'm like, I gotta fucking jump in there. Anyway, for the demonetization thing, no, it's not like midnight it comes on. It's sometimes 1 a.m.,
Lags.
sometimes noon the next day, or you might get another one. It's still under review. We'll get back to you in 30 days. It's all over the place. There's no hard. It's when they feel like it. Now, as far as business days, no, because I've had them reviewed. Like one time I got hit on, I think it was like a Thursday, and it was a 7-day. So that would include the weekend. And by the next Thursday, it wasn't even midnight yet. So it was technically like 6 days. I was back up and going.
Yeah, I think it's kind of random because an actual like admin
Oh,
has.
I can go live now.
See? Told you.
There you go. I'm thinking sometime today it would happen.
I'm out of jail. I'm out of YouTube.
But hey, I need
and
you guys to learn how to link channels together too, because probably tonight or tomorrow night, I don't know. I'll see how things go. I'm definitely going live again, and I need somebody to come in and moderate for me. But I want to try the 2-channel thing, because I think that's really cool.
Well, you want to try it now? Because that's what we're trying to do.
I don't want to bring my channel on here. I want you guys to like link yours.
Yeah. Dark, do you want to try it right now?
So hold on. Yes, we can do that now. But just a quick note. There's we can what John is talking about is simulcasting, which means all of our channels go live at the same time, and then that's broadcasted amongst all of them. Which is
no. I want
together
both of our ugly ass faces on one fucking stream, but on both channels. But so like because in my head, how it should work is that both of our comments should be in the same comment section. We should have like way more viewers.
Yeah. That it'll be simulcasting will do that, but it's not like I think so. We thought the go live together feature on YouTube was just that. We thought that, like, let's say CRS and Dark, go on the go live together. That would mean that both of our channels go live, and then puts everything feeding into one. So if somebody on my side super chats me, it goes to me. If someone on your side super chats to you, it goes to you. It's not really like that on the go live together. It's just like that's how far YouTube is behind with their technology compared to like StreamYard. So what we would be doing is through StreamYard, we'll be simulcasting, which means we'll be on like one thing together, but like all of us, it'll go live. It'll be casted to all of our channels, like my channel, your channel, Crump's channel, Rich's channel, whoever channel we select.
I guess that works.
It's the
All right,
clip we could
I'm
do.
sending it to you guys on IG.
Hey, One Love Design. Thank you, brother. Well, hold on. If we do that, then that's gonna kill this one.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
want
it's just fine now that I know that, because I've seen you guys do that. I just wanted to try the whole YouTube version of it, but I didn't know it was still that far behind.
It's not as. I mean, why didn't YouTube just buy the IP from StreamYard?
I have no
Is-
idea.
That would have been the baller move.
you would think that they would be further the largest multimedia social media company in the world. You would think that they would have some basic shit. I mean, you can, for the first time ever, you can now have a guest on. That is terrible. I'm sorry. One Love Design. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. With the
Oh, cool.
beautiful, I love it. And he says, "F YouTube," and I'm with you.
Hey, how long did it take for you to get your what's it called? Shopify funds released.
I mean, it was like almost immediate.
Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, if people come by on my site, I get paid every day, Monday, Thursday.
Do you have actual Shopify set up, or is it like through PayPal or something?
No, it's through Shopify.
Dude, I'm still under review. It's been like, what, 2 weeks?
Oh, that's weird.
No, so the patches that you sold that blew out,
Yep.
like, are all gone, and I didn't even get to buy one.
Yeah, I didn't even get to go in there and buy one either.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'll buy like 10 of them or whatever. I'll buy a handful, And I'm like, well, gone.
Well, the money that came through PayPal, that I got immediately. But everything through Shopify is still on hold.
That's strange. Let's chat after the stream and we'll figure it out. Swamp Dog, what's up, man? Something that is for the good? Never.
But anyway, I also wanted to weigh in on that fucking the hell's that rifle called again? PLS? No.
The SVD?
Yeah, SVD. Like, I get it. People's feelings were hurt. But when it comes to business, if there's no down payment, there's no contract. If there's no contract, it's the way it is. Yes, a list of people that are like, I'd buy one. But if somebody gave me a list for a Barrett 50 cal, I'd sign right on there. Can I buy one? No. But I'd still like to buy one, and that's usually what people do. The actual list of people means shit if there's no down payment. Now, if there were down payments involved, that's a totally different ball of wax. Then yes, some fuckery happened. But just because some random guys signed some random list on some random form, which they probably didn't even put their addresses or anything down, it's probably just fake made up names. I don't know. I wasn't there. But yeah, I'm on Military Arms Channel side with that.
Yeah, so for me personally, well, Rich, what say you?
All right, so I'm not trying to kiss, Tim ass. And
rolling them under the steamroller gets you views and fucking shit. Like, it's worth it not to take his side, but I just can't not.
From people I know, other YouTubers, Tim has a good reputation as a human being. I think, and actually, there's all sorts of Jewish laws, and I always found this Jewish law interesting. So in Judaism, you're not supposed to do something that looks wrong, even if it is okay. So one of the kosher laws in Judaism, whoever thought this would go to kosher law, right? A kosher law in Judaism is you can't see the kid in the milk of the mother. And I have no idea what that means, but basically it means you can't have a cheeseburger. You can't have, because the milk came to make the cheese from the mother of the cow. So, but to the letter of the law in kosher law in Judaism, you could have chicken cordon bleu. You could have chicken with cheese because chickens don't give milk. But because it could look bad and be perceived as bad, you don't want to do that either. And I kind of take that as a life lesson, because if you do crap that gets, people Monday morning quarterbacking, it's like, oh, Tim is a bad guy because, and when he actually didn't do anything wrong, and I'm not saying he did or didn't, it's still just, you get a stink on you. So you just don't want to do crap that gets a stink on you.
Now,
So
I thought you keep going.
And I think there's a couple of levels of this being a lousy deal. In one is if he heard from somebody that these things were available and they were in the process of buying and they had the ability to buy. Let's just say it's $1 million deal. Crap, I can't take that call. Let's just say it's $1 million deal and it's like me, Dark, and Crump, and we can put together $20,000. Well, that shit was never going to happen.
Go ahead.
And let's say,
You can take it, man.
yeah, no, and let's say Tim walks in and he can cover that deal and he makes that deal. I think there's an additional level of fuckery. I got to try and stop cursing. Holy cow, I was baptized a week ago and here I am. So
That's your problem. You're trying.
You, Jesus in your life.
yeah. So I think if you leverage their client list, you poach a client list, that's kind of an additional level of BS.
See, I'm on the fence. If yes, there were down payments put down, yeah, that's bad. Now I get why people were mad about it going on Gunbroker on the open market, because we were right in the middle of a gun panic and everything was getting bit out of control. However, the people on the list still could have got these rifles. They didn't have to worry about dealing with the ATF. From what I understand, when you import something, it's stuck in ports for sometimes years. They didn't have to deal with any of that. It was them that built them up to $1 million and made them unbuyable. They could have just bought what was buyable. And if it was overly priced, not buy it at all. And the price will come down. There's a small niche market that actually wants these, that have a lot of power.
Well,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that the problem was that because he bought them at the cost that they were going to buy them for, he was not going to sell them at the cost that they were intending on buying them for. So, like, if they were going to buy them for $3,000, he could basically set market price at $6,000. He posted them for sale for $6,000, and then people were bidding him up to $1 million and shit like that.
Yeah, they did that. He didn't do that. He didn't set it at $1 million.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's right or anything. So for me personally, like I don't think it's a good look. I don't think it speaks highly of an individual's integrity. But like I also said, I come from a couple of industries where like that is commonplace, where people with more tact and money step in front of you and take deals all the time.
Yeah, it happened in the gun shortage. I'm like, where's everybody's inventory? They're like, they're buying, $50,000 worth. We have to serve them first.
Real estate and guns, that in both industries, that like people will literally
It's cutthroat.
Shake your hand. Yeah, absolutely, no problem. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the plan. Like they will sweep in and take your shit.
I think the only way it could have been handled differently is if you would have contacted the people on the list and been like, this is what I got into it. This is what I need to make off of it. If you guys are interested, you get first pick. Like, that's the only thing I would have done differently. Otherwise, I'd have pretty much done the same thing. But I went to do it on Gunbroker, though. That was kind of...
Yeah,
cool.
I think it was just like, okay, so you're doing this for a money move. You learned about all these people that were planning on buying them.
Yeah, but did he learn about it, or did their deal fall through and he just picked up the pieces?
So that's the other thing. I don't know about that. Maybe it came time for down payments, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, well, shit, now the deal's not going to go through. And then he was like, skirt, hey, I'll put there's so many missing parts that like we won't know, that if the story was explained, and honestly, he should have come out and explained the story,
They were rolling him under the fucking steamroller.
I know.
I've been in his position. The best thing to do is just shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'll give you a real life what's going on right now. There's I've been looking for a newer car for my wife, not a new car. There's a deal in Ohio, and I say, hey man, I want to get a third party in there to inspect the car before I close the deal. Can I put some money down and you hold it? He's like, no, we don't do that on used car inventory. So realistically, I haven't talked to the guy since last week. He could have sold the car this weekend.
I agree. Yeah.
And you know what? He didn't say I'm holding it for you, or F you, I got a better deal, or he didn't like say, hey, they offered me $2 more grand. If you offer me like another grand, or I mean, he could even high pressure. He's like, hey, they're offering me $2 more grand, but I'll sell it to you for the price, for the OG price, right now. If you close the deal right now, DocuSign and boom. No, none of that. So I gotta say, you got the cash, do it. So
Money talks, bullshit walks.
What about this? Let's say that a company drops, 40 lower parts kits for like 40 cal FN striker fired, pistols, right? And you just learn about this 40 cal FN frame that's in beta that's about to drop for 3D printed shit. And you're like, yo, I'm going to buy all of those, buy all of them, and then I'll hold on to them for a few weeks and then post them at my website for a premium, a couple $100 more on each one. But what about that? When all those people that are waiting to, for this file to release, to print them and be able to purchase those, they all intended on purchasing it,
Well, in a way, I think you're doing a benefit to the community, because, all right. So let's what happened. So the OG project.
Well, hold on. Back up a little bit. So how is that a benefit to the community?
Because now you have them and they're available to the community. Now, let me just say, are we talking about dark selling to the community, or we're talking about somebody that just wants to really whore the community?
No, so I'm saying, like, let's say that a company posted them for sale on their website for like $2.99, and then a company comes in because they know what's going to happen in the future.
Mm-hmm.
They buy all of them, 40 or 50 or whatever of them, and then they take them, they hold on to them for a few weeks, and then they post them for sale for $4.99 on their website.
That sounds like insider trading.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I think that's illegal.
So it's not illegal technically. If it were a different industry, like, if it were like trading stocks in a pharmaceutical company or some shit like that, like, yeah, that would be illegal. But this was just, the story of a firearms parts company buying firearms parts and then selling them later on, and the numbers and amounts and all that, like, those could be totally way off, but that's just kind of an idea of like an example. So
honestly, I just keep defaulting back to a list. If there was a list and there was money behind it, why didn't they get them?
Yeah.
Which means there wasn't money behind it, and it was a fictional wish list, and we all know how those go.
And I get what John Kimball is saying, right? Like, in a lot of people's eyes, they're saying this person fucked over all these people for money, right? And I personally, in the past, before, like, I was very intentional about my character and integrity and, like, being the person that I want to be, being a good person. I've fucked people over for money, not anything like vicious or malicious, but I've fucked over people for money. Like, hey, sorry about your bad luck.
Yeah, but I've also, I guess why I see sympathy to it, because I've been in several situations where a deal fell through. They couldn't come up with the money, and then they hold it against me like I'm the fucking bad guy because they couldn't come up with the money and I bought it.
Yeah.
They had their opportunity. It was there. They flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah.
So Case Knives wants to meet at SHOT Show. Should I meet with him?
Who?
Case Knives.
But anyway, hey, I gotta hop off. I gotta finish up the video I'm editing.
All right, brother. Thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything you want to, any type of update? Are you good, happy, healthy? You know, feeling any you know, you have sick to your tummy? Anything you want to say?
I poop too much.
He poops too much. All right. Well, you guys, you heard it here first. There poops too much. Thank you.
See you later.
All right, brother. Case Knives. People are cool. I actually don't know anything about them.
They're going to be at booth 10538 on level 2, and they'd love to make an appointment with me.
You know, it's funny that you say that. I've been getting like a bunch of emails from companies saying like, hey, DLD After Dark, we're going to be at SHOT Show, booth number X, Y, and Z. And, you know, we would love to, you know, see you while you're out there. And I'm like, interesting. Like, even when I was like, I don't know if it's like when you sign up for a ticket or, you know.
I didn't get this. Well, all right, I didn't get it last year because I like made my plans a little shorter than I did. Gun Doctor says go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I made the decision to go to SHOT Show like the Friday before SHOT Show.
You should just be like, I'll come out there, but only with my life partner, DLD After Dark. That's fair. What time is it?
It is 11:38.
Okay, and you're in Florida. What time is it out there?
Out there where?
Just joking. Sorry. All right. In the apocalypse, what gun would you run? AR or AK, and why?
Can it be a 300 Blackout?
It could be in any caliber in either platform.
All right. So I still think there's more information that would be needed. I'd probably say AK. And the reason is because where's an AR round? All right, this is a 7.62 by 54, but it's 7.62. So
Yeah.
basically what we're talking about is the needle dick over here versus, oh my gosh, this is going to hurt. And the couple of things with AR versus AK round. The weight of the ammo is heavier on an AK, so you can carry less, or it requires more calories to carry it. Right.
There you go.
So, but the concept behind the AR round is it's lighter weight, you can carry more, and the idea is that if you wound a man on the battlefield, there's going to be one or two guys stretching him off, so you actually take 3 guys out of the fight when you hit one guy with an AR. But the reasoning behind using an AK in a WROL situation is you really want one shot, lights out. And there probably isn't going to be an organized med team that's going to stretcher the guy out, and therefore if you hit some guy with 1 round of AR ammo, you're going to be taking out 3 guys out of the fight. In WRL, you hit one guy, nobody's coming to pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's so many, and some of the other people are saying the same thing. There's so many, like, you know, variables here to consider, right? Like, I would probably rock an AR, but I also see the value of that 30 cal round, 7.62 by 39. The amount of energy transfer, especially if you're using like one of the Hornady VMAX or ZMAX or any of those rounds, that shit is launching a fuck ton of energy into a target, and the ballistics on that are pretty sick. But let's say on your kit you got, you know, 6 mags on your, you know, plate carrier, a mag in your gun, and like I like setting up my shit to have like I'm almost black on ammo magazine. Like, so let's say I got 6 mags on my carrier, a mag in my gun. I'll have 1 more mag that's like the getaway magazine, right? Like You know, retreat magazine, or the save 1 round for yourself magazine. But I have a chin gun for that. Somebody mentioned like it's all about ability to get more ammo. So I think it kind of goes to, you know, what's the situation, right? Are there commies with AKs everywhere, or is it like, you know, Leo and Mill flooding the whole, the whole area. So you're more than likely going to find AR mags, 5.56 mags, or whatever. I'd say you're most likely going to find AR mags laying all over the place. And even the times have changed to the point where like AKs were $300 back in the day. I think you may have been more likely to find more AKs just,
Sure.
10
years ago.
Yeah, sprinkled amongst civilians. Now I think the times have changed. But I'm also an advocate for having both. I think every person should have both, should have several of both. I also have an AR or an AK and 5.56, just like random shit like that. But the ability to...
So my beef, all right, and I agree with you. You should be able to feed both and eat both. But when you get into exotics,
Okay.
prepare.
I told everyone to come to this channel after.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Thanks. And I will have got a 12
I don't know if they will or not, but
just a heads up, I do have a 12 o'clock. I gotta jump on. If I'm looting your AK mags and ammo, I'm looting your AK too. Facts. That's the other thing people don't talk about. Like, but also know that at certain points, battlefield pickups will be staged, and there would likely be traps associated with battlefield pickups. It is very easy to booby trap a plate carrier. Just saying.
Yes. So, and again, a WRL situation, it depends on what you're going into. Like, if you're foraging for food, I'd probably carry an AR. If you know you're going up and you're going to be active with some sort of combat, you might want to have something like 7.62x39. The thing that I was getting into about exotics, meaning an AK that fires AR or an AR that fires AK, all of a sudden you have these unicorn magazines.
Yeah.
I say
not exactly because the mutant takes AK mags.
So does the
right. Right, but if you get into an AK that shoots AR, all of a sudden you got these mags that nearly nobody has. And I agree. If you're going to be shooting AK rounds out of an AR platform, make sure it uses an AR mag.
Well, how about a Burrell?
You mean an AK mag?
No, but how about what I'm saying? But how about if you have like a Burrell, which is an AK that by default and by design fires a 5.56?
Well, and I have
if it uses an AR mag.
So they neither one of them. I have the Arsenal SLR 106 UR, which is the Krink in 5.56, and my mags are very, very similar to the Burrell, whatever.
Burrell, whatever you want to say it.
Yeah, I don't even.
And 5.56 Galil's Ace, John Kimball brings that up.
Yeah, and I think the new Ace, those actually use PMags, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So using standard Stenag 5.56 mags, you're going to be golden. But think about it like this: depending on what the threat is, if the threat is a bunch of commies with AKs, and you have an AR in 5.56 that takes standard Stenag AR magazines, you may loot a bunch of their shit and get a bunch of their guns and ammo, grenades, knives, whatever the fuck, right? You bring them back, that's going to do nothing for your AR, but you can still stack. That's why I think every single person should have both platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And
at least 10 mags for each.
Yeah.
I need 10 mags for each firearm.
Yeah. That's so okay. So how many mags is too much?
I don't know. I don't know. I have hundreds of mags.
Yeah, like I'm wondering
Hundreds.
if I'm at the point where like part of me was thinking a long time ago, like 10 plus years ago, I was like, there's been a few scares of the magazine ban, right? And I want to either have enough for me and my family and my people forever, or I want to be able to have, a little gold mine if you know, if shit gets that bad. And I actually heard about something in Virginia, possibly like a possible bill and Attack Knives USA for backup. As long as you use code DARK to save 20% on your Attack Knife, yes, absolutely. I heard something about a bill in Virginia about like assault weapons and magazine capacity and shit like that.
Yeah, it's not gonna pass.
Okay, all right. I
Yeah,
definitely.
the governor will veto it. It's not gonna. The House is now controlled by pro-gun people. They are trying to reintroduce the preemption.
Yeah. They also said they're working on getting private transactions back, which
That I think that's going to come from the courts.
Yeah.
But I would say that's probably going to come sooner than later because we got to pit. You got to call Jason Miyares, who's the AG. All he has to do is say, "Okay, I'll enter an agreement with you," because GOA sued. And if Jason Miyares, who says he's pro-gun, decides, "Hey, I'm going to enter into agreement with you," he can just wipe out, and that could be like today. It could stop it.
Dude, we all deserve to have our freaking private transactions back. Like, this is crazy.
Oh, I have not heard about the ATF regulating primers.
Oof.
Wait,
I
primer?
heard John Kimball saying that somebody said something about regulating primers. I haven't heard anything about that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that either. I've heard
I'm
of
not saying that's not true, but I just haven't heard anything.
Well, they're the ATF-E.
yeah, but I mean that would technically be in the ammunition category. It still wouldn't technically be explosives. Even black powder isn't technically in the E category for them. But I think it
That's
depends.
interesting. Look, again, don't put your junk in stupid. The ATF ruled hunks of plastic or guns. So if you're telling me something that goes bang isn't energetic, as in ATF-E, okay.
Yep. For now, right? Like
Right.
there-
Yeah.
I
All
saw
right.
the other day. and
I
it was-
added CRS as a destination in your StreamYard.
yeah, he was actually just on a minute ago.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah. In my opinion, there's never enough stored ammo in general facts. Yeah. We were talking more specifically about magazines, like just magazines, but yeah, I believe there's no limit to magazines and ammunition, but more specifically ammunition, because magazines aren't consumables. I mean, they can be considered consumables, and this is kind of like a gray area, right? Because magazines can be reused over and over and over and over. But if you're not training with like a dump pouch on how to recover your magazines, shit's just going to be fucking left everywhere, and you're going to have a difficult time with that. So, but then I don't know. Ammunition, in my opinion, is way more important, and magazines. If you get to a point where the likelihood of you being able to run through every single magazine that you got is just so unlikely, then I'd say you're close to having enough. Is also, so make sure you have a reloader. So also, I don't think. Oh, I'd also say make sure you have a reloader. Yeah, depending on how many mags you're loading, that shit can be laborious. That's one thing I don't have. I don't have.
Well, does he mean reloading as in, reloading a cartridge? Or does he mean a magazine loader?
Reloading magazines. Like that one, what is it? I don't think it's the Mag Lula, but it may be. The one that you can literally take your magazine, clamp it in there, you lay the 30 rounds out, and there's a lever, and it just goes.
Oh, I printed that.
Oh, you printed one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Except a 210D. Is it worth 110,000?
What?
A Cessna 210D, is it worth 110,000?
It depends.
Depending on the year and the avionics, because an
1960
airplane,
1963.
No.
ooh, yeah, if it has a new engine and top-notch avionics, it could be.
Yeah, I was gonna say there would need to be a lot of new. I was looking
You
at.
get 50 hours on the new engine.
Ooh. Is that an IO 540 or a TIO 540?
It is. I don't think it actually says.
And
Do you think in a situation like that, worrying about keeping and storing empty mags in a shootout could possibly get you killed? Yeah. I mean, it all depends on the situation. Like, I don't think there's a necessity to focus on that, but I mean, if you're in like a very close range interaction, you're not going to be worried about anything but stopping the threat. But let's be honest, a lot of times in combat, and I'm not like a combat expert or anything, but a lot of the like videos and footage and shit that you see, like the exchanges are from such far distances where a lot of times these mofos are just chilling, they're having casual conversations while they're exchanging gunfire. So I mean, it would just depend on the situation. I would say keep all the gear that you can and just try to be as realistic as possible. If you're in a shootout like for your life, and you're exchanging shots with somebody that's close, you keeping your mags is not going to be something that you're focused on. I can pretty much guarantee that. Hey, Shauna, good to see you.
It has steam gauges, Rich.
yeah, all right. So I think it's an IO 470. I just pulled it up on Wikipedia. There are retractable gear and non-retractable gear. Also, steam gauges could be okay if it had the right radios. But
Yeah, those new radios.
You're talking a Garmin suite,
Yeah.
like a 6 something or
Yeah.
yeah. Send me the link.
Yeah, shut it down.
Oh yeah,
I'm not buying it or anything. I'm just
Oh, okay.
thinking that.
Could be. It could be. Let's just say that.
Yeah, I was gonna get
'Cause-
that out there. I'm not buying an airplane. Saw it. It popped up on my Instagram. That's an ad.
let me add this part real quick. Samantha says, learn how to properly kneel. Knee pads and elbow pads in your gear is everything. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, I got these 511 pants with built-in knee pads.
No,
I'm talking you are going to be sliding, running, jumping, tumbling, hitting your knees on rocks. And man, knee pads and elbow pads. Get some of the cheap Blackhawk ones and you will be solid. You can get them for $50. You can get all 4. Like your knees and elbows are too important to be getting all jacked up, and they're very easily jacked up. Like shit, even yesterday I did absolutely nothing at all, and I swear to God, I felt like I had a freaking fracture in my foot. I was like, what the hell? Look what the Army did to their knee and elbow pads overseas. Well, I don't know
I don't know.
Paintball gear. You could do that. It's like, good Lord, you're still alive? You're not? I'm going to have to run a 12 o'clock call. So
yeah, I got to bounce.
I think this is where I do my ending, even though it's not a typical, evening stream.
Why'd you do this stream anyway?
Originally we were going to test live together, but I was still in the YouTube doghouse. But now I'm out of YouTube jail, so we could actually do a live together.
Yeah, and shit's kind of whack because all it is giving someone the ability to have a guest on a stream. It's not live on both channels. It's kind of whack. I mean, based on what I've seen so far. Get Harbor Freight knee pads for the low. Alta knee pads. Knee pads are great for preventing knee rug burn for your significant other. Very true. Very true. All right, guys, let's hit the road. So any last words from you two before we go?
No.
Okay. Make sure, and I cannot believe this.
Oh, vote for me at the Gundies.
Yeah,
The
vote
Gundies.
for me at the Gundies is what he said. I mean, not me. Even though there are some people still trying to nominate me, which is awesome. Vote for our people. And I think if you go through and take a look, you'll see John Crump and some of
The top voice of the 2A.
Yeah, Top Voices of 2A. So follow Flying Rich, follow John Crump News and John Crump Live. And in the end, the most important things, rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief moment, that brief interaction that you have with somebody could have a massive impact on their lives. So just be kind. Don't be a dirtbag, right? Don't buy a bunch of SVDs when some other people are planning on purchasing them. Sorry, that was funny. Rule number 2, live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed. So a hand that's open to give is open to receive, right? Rule number 3, we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men and women skilled in violence. So make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And not like just this thing, like keep more specific.
Do you know what I find highly annoying?
Keep a handgun in your pants. Do you know what I find highly annoying?
I'm going to drop one right now.
Oh my God. Keep a lookout for my short, and definitely don't go to my channel right now and look at my most recent 2 shorts, because then I would hit 2,000 views on this one that I just dropped, and that would just be crazy. So love y'all. Bye.